Hey everyone, welcome back to the homestead. Today I am going to show you how the garden cart farm stand turned out. I finished painting it and sealing the inside, and unfortunately in the last video that I showed you of me painting it, my phone died and I kept going. I didn't want to stop and wait for my phone to charge and then finish it, so I figured I would just show you guys the finished product. So I'm going to show you that, and then once I finish showing you how it turned out, I'm going to install the plastic roof panels on here so that I can finally start using it. And then after that, honestly, it's just some finishing touches. I do want to do some lettering or like advertisement type things on the sides so people know what it is and that it's okay to stop and check it out, because it is something new on our street. And I want people to know exactly what it is and that it's there for them. So with that being said, let me show you how this turned out and then we'll get started on the roofing panels. So the inside got a coat of clear coat on the wood here just to seal it. It did make it a little bit darker and brought out a lot of those orangey tones, but I still think it looks really nice and keeping with the rustic theme. I ended up painting these. I wasn't sure if I wanted to paint them or not, but honestly, I'm glad I did. It gives it a little bit of contrast from the back wall to the shelf and kind of makes it stand out a little bit more. And then here's the outside. So it turned out really nice. I only did one coat of white. And I really like how the wood grain has kind of come through and it just looks kind of antiqued and worn. And then I did a coat of paint on the top. That'll just weather seal it a little bit. And then I painted the ceiling in here just to brighten it up a little bit, and again, protect that wood from the weather because it's not treated. So now we're going to go ahead and get these clear roofing panels on the roof. I'm going to use we're going to use these guys. The 1.5 inch roofing screws. They kind of have like that rubbery washer underneath the head to seal out any water. So we're going to be using these and a ladder because I'm a short person and can't reach, especially now that it's on wheels. And it shouldn't take too much. We're going to attach it to the front here and the back because there's no supports on these sides. Though I might do like one screw in the center, even though it'll poke through, just to secure the edges a bit, but we shall see. So I'm going to get you guys set up on a tripod, get myself a ladder, and get these panels up on the roof. Oh, when I put the panels up on here, they're a little too short for this length. So to kind of cope for that, I'm going to overhang the roof maybe 1/2 inch on the front so that the rain isn't catching on this lip of wood and going underneath the roof panel. So it's going to be overhung just a little bit here, and it's going to be flush with the back here. It may be overhanging just ever so slightly, but it is what it is when you're working with free materials. Not everything is going to be the exact size that you need it, so you kind of gotta mess with it a little bit to get it to work, but you can't beat free. This entire project has been free. It's been reused, reclaimed, recycled products from other various projects or scraps that I've collected locally from people just throwing it away. Sometimes in this whole homesteading thing, you got to get resourceful and you got to use what's available to you without purchasing new, because things are expensive, the budgets are tight, and you just got to get resourceful. But anyway, let's get the roof on this thing and wrap up this project. the roof is on. I decided to not do a middle one here. It's so short this way, and I did a screw almost every two like indentations. So this roof isn't going anywhere, so I'm not concerned about getting those edges, but she looks good. I was able to do a little bit of overhang in the back in some spots. It wasn't cut perfectly straight. And then on the sides it hangs over a little. On the front it's got just a smidgen of an overhang. I wish it had just a bit more, but again, when you're working with products you already have on hand, you just gotta make do. But it looks pretty good to me. So she is technically ready for business. I don't need wording on the side to stick her out front, but it would probably help. So that will probably come in the coming videos. But for right now, I can get this out on the front yard and start selling some excess produce, because I've got summer squashes and zucchini and spaghetti squash and cucumbers coming out my ears. So it'll be good to sell some of those. Alrighty guys, well that kind of wraps up today's video. I know it was kind of short, but that's really all I had to do on this project outside of doing the lettering on the side, and I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do for that. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up this project. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to grow where you're planted.